Then I will
Okay.
show you what problems we have.
Okay.
So I've just taken one of our stamps and it just sticks onto the block like this. And these will work with any of your rubber stamps at all. We ink up the stamp.
Okay.
And then all we do is we start on the bottom and we rock forward and it gives us an absolutely
That's
perfect
a perfect
impression.
stamp.
Now what we're talking about here is if we're usually working with large mounted rubber stamps like this, when we ink up our stamp, we put lots of ink on and we come to stamp down, and quite often these are the sort of problems that we get, and it's just not really acceptable for stampers, and a lot of people give up on stamping early on. It's the same if we're using our standard acrylic blocks. What another problem that stampers get is that we can end up with over inking. So again, when we stamp, we can end up with all of this excess gunk around the side that we just don't want to be working with. Now, if I take that same stamp and I place this on the rocker block, now we're working with exactly the same stamp. I'm going to put exactly the same amount of ink on, but watch the difference that we're going to get. Again, starting at the bottom, rocking forward, and look at that perfectly clear impression.
Now
this is the difference we're talking about.
And that is a huge difference. This is brand new, as we said, incredibly successful in the UK, and for $17.95, think about never having a half stamp again. I mean, you're literally getting the full stamp that you want each and every time. I'm going to run through, Sarah, if I could, exactly what comes in this kit for $17.95, and it's item number 373749. You see the extra large block. That's the one you have right there, isn't it,
Yep,
Sarah?
I'm using this one here now.
Okay, and then we have a large block, which is just a little smaller than that, the medium block, and a small block, and it will literally fit any stamp that you have or that you want. And the beautiful thing about this is that no mess. There is no longer a mess. There are no more stamps that come out literally a fraction of what you're hoping they're going to come out as. And you can put this on just about any surface that you can normally stamp on.
This is the beauty. Anyone who's stamped before and has tried to stamp direct to acetate, if they're trying to stamp direct onto glossy paper, the problems that we have is we can't always guarantee that we're going to get perfect results. Most stampers tend to find, on average, 1 in 3 of their impressions will come out perfectly. Now, that's fine if we've got plenty of paper and cardstock, but if you don't, if you're wanting to stamp direct onto glossy papers, onto specialist cards and papers, we need to be able to guarantee perfect results every time. We can't afford to be having these sorts of results. We can't afford to be having these types of results. We need to be able to guarantee a perfect impression, and that's what we're doing with the blocks. And it's a fantastic, innovative, patented system, which actually you can see there we've got a slight curvature on the blocks. And what we're going to be doing, you can see the curve there, and what happens is when we rock, because we've got these guide rails on the side, only the ink that's actually raised up onto our stamp is allowed to transfer. So if I ink up my stamp here, you see, it doesn't matter where we get ink. We can get ink down the bottom here, up on the top. As long as we don't get ink on these side guide rails, no matter what we stamp, every single impression is going to be perfect. Now, these are fantastic for people who have any dexterity problems, who aren't able to apply the pressure that we sometimes need with a big stamp. Because we've got an even pressure applied, because of the way we apply the rocking action, you can actually take these and you can use these one-handed. Now, imagine using these with children, imagine using these with people who are really struggling, you know, to hold the stamp. We're talking perfect results with ease and simplicity.
It's a fantastic patented product, and it will change the way you stamp, it will change the way you craft. And once again, very quickly, you get the extra large block, the medium block, and the small block.
And they come with full instructions. So anyone who's never seen this, they do come with complete instructions included in the kit.
Right. Great for beginners, great for advanced stampers, and all